Welcome back, everyone. Today's slides are for Thursday, March 18th and Friday, March 19th. And you're probably wondering why we've combined them for today. It's because today and tomorrow's assignment we're going to be watching a really long ed puzzle. We'll break it into two parts, a day 1 for Thursday and a day 2 for Friday. We're going to be watching this mini-series called Lonesome Dove. I know for the last week we've been covering about Westerns and cowboys and how cowboys were an icon of the American West and how cattle drives, there was 4 significant cattle drives throughout the state of Texas. And I think if I recall, the 3 cattle drives that are very significant in Texas history, they're named the Goodnight Loving Trail, the Shawnee Trail, the Chisholm Trail, and the Western Trail. So a part of Texas history is cowboys and cattle drives. But today we're going to be looking into how they're kind of portrayed in Hollywood and kind of like the myth of them and the I don't know, like how like the let's say the next century depicted them on screen. Yeah. Opposed to like the historical cowboy, we're going to learn about how they were portrayed in movies and miniseries and different film adaptations, juxtaposed the history of them. Since we're talking about TV shows, I want you to reflect. What is your own favorite TV show? You don't have to join the Slido because you're on a video, but just reflect. What is your favorite TV show? Doesn't have to be a Western. Think about it. Is your favorite TV show, I don't know, like reality TV? Or I don't know, do you like to watch cartoons? Or I don't know, like something that's funny or dramatic. I don't know. It's your choice. Okay, just think about that, and I'm ready to move on. Yeah, again, today is our kind of combo day of March 18th and March 19th. I want to welcome everyone back. We don't really have any announcements today. If there is a major announcement, I'll let you know on Schoology, but make yourself comfortable. Again, our attendance, or today's agenda, we already got our attendance question out of the way, and the video, our reflection question. Then we'll have our warm-up, which will talk about what's a myth and maybe what the title Lonesome Dove is. If you're unsure, like, hey, I get the words, it's dove, an animal, and lonesome, you're like, oh, maybe that's about loneliness or something. But we're going to try to look at the book cover and try to depict it in our warm-up. But today, our big assignment is broken up to 2 days, but I'll give you a little more information at the end of this lesson. But it'll be an ed puzzle, so we've been ready to do that. We've been doing a lot of ed puzzles this semester, so if you have any questions, please let me know. But I think y'all are ready to go. Okay, our warm up. We're not doing a video, but I just want to ask, or maybe you can look it up or Google it. But what's a myth? I know some people might think, hey, a myth, and they might think of Greek mythology and how there's icons and figures in Greek mythology, or how a myth is a story, tradition, something that's told by generation to generation, something that's kind of like the verb of it, mythologized or mythology, something that's made into a legend, a story, something that has different symbols and characters and themes. Yeah. There's I was talking earlier, but think we learned about the history of cowboys and how the term vaquero is like the original word of a cowboy. First comes vaquero, and the second is cowboy, the English word. Um, Vaquero in Spanish. In Spain, before it was brought over to the Americas, there was vaqueros in Spain, and they were ranching, same kind of like cattle and stuff. Because remember, cattle wasn't in the Americas. Cattle came from the New World. If you didn't know, must remember that. So we're gonna learn about. Think about it. When we watch this mini series, you have to remember this isn't what happened during the time. This is a secondary source almost. Well, it is a secondary source because this isn't like a documentary. This is, or this is kind of, it's just kind of like a novel. It, I mean, it might be based on like a historical interpretation and a story of it, but there's other symbols and elements towards it. So I want to ask, what might Lonesome Dove represent? So I think we did that a few weeks ago before spring break of just looking at a picture and trying to like point it and like I don't know, investigate it really deeply. So Lonesome Dove, because I mean we're gonna watch it and you're gonna learn even what Lonesome Dove is, but before we even watch it, just look at the details. Lonesome Dove, look at how it's like the text is. Even look at that picture. A man is on a horse, and there's a teepee, and I believe that is a Native American woman. And in the back, that's not buffalo. That's definitely cattle. Yeah. And then also the name of the author is Larry McMurtry, and he up here says he's a Pulitzer Prize winning, and he wrote the epic masterpiece of the American West, which is Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove, maybe that means somebody that is peace, and but they're alone. But or is it a name of a city or a name of a town? That's a big hint. I want you to investigate and think about it for a while. And while you're watching this mini series, okay. Um, Here's my expert or my explanation of today's ed puzzle. So today's ed puzzle will be broken down into two parts, Thursdays and Fridays. It's a 45-minute video together, but we've broken up into chunks, 20 minutes each. The questions will be evenly divided, and if you have any questions, please reach out. We're here to help you. Um, that's it for me. If you have any questions, please stay on the Zoom or reach out in class or send us a message. But that's it for today. I hope you have a fabulous Thursday and Friday, and I'll send you off for the weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.